everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I am correcting a mistake I made. So I always buy our chicken in bulk in like the family pack at Sam's, and the first couple times I did it for like pickup, they gave me a pack of chicken that was good for like a week in advance, so I didn't have to worry about like making sure it got in the freezer if it needed to. So of course I was an idiot and assumed that my next pack would be just like that, and it wasn't. And I didn't realize this until it was almost too late, and so I literally, it was probably like 9:30 at night, and by that time I'm ready to just go to bed. And I just happened to think to look at the chicken, and it needed to be dealt with. We'll just put it that way. It needed to be in the freezer. So since it was so late, I had the genius idea of like, I'll just throw it in the freezer, it's fine. Well, I didn't break it apart or anything. I just literally stuck a whole pack of like 8 or 9 chicken breasts in the freezer. Now normally, like growing up, that wouldn't have been a big deal to do because there were 5 of us and we always cooked leftovers, so we would have just cooked it all at once and eaten on it all week. But when there's only 2 of you, that's a lot of chicken. Normally a pack that size will do us for like 2 weeks, because we do good to eat like 1 chicken breast in a whole meal, and we don't do leftovers because of the way our work schedules are. And so yeah, I have like 5-6 pounds of chicken. I don't know, it was a lot of chicken. It was like 6 pounds actually. It was like 6 pounds of chicken in my freezer that I had to find something to do with. And as you know, I don't believe in meal prepping. If you saw my last video, I don't meal prep. I don't think it saves time and all that. But I'm kind of stuck as to what I could do. So as I mentioned in my last video, I know freezing soups works well. And they usually come out tasting pretty good since it all just gets boiled and stewed together anyway. So I decided to do something I had seen Catherine from Do It on a Dime do. And she had made up like freezer meals of soups. And she like pre-cooks her meat and just added all of like the veggies and the add-ins to it. And I was sitting here thinking, you know, it's September, it's soup season, right? And it's finally rainy and chilly outside, and this is like the perfect day to do this. So I was like, you know, I should try that and see how it goes. And so that's what we're doing today. I've got all my stuff prepared. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm throwing into all of this stuff. So we're going to see how this goes. I hope it turns out well. I hope I have room in my freezer for all this stuff. But we're going to get started, and I have an idea in my head. I have sticky notes on my wall with all of like the different soups I want to put together and their ingredients. I've planned 5 different ones, and they're all pretty much the same base ingredients. There's just a few variations. I have chicken stock broth. Did you know you can buy chicken broth at Sam's by like 6 cartons at a time? It's like $7, at least at our Sam's. It's so much cheaper. I hope this is good chicken broth because I have 6 cartons of it. And then I've also got the leftover broth from where I cooked the chicken. I just put my chicken in a crock pot on high for like 6 hours, and it came off literally falling apart. So all of my recipes that I'm doing today call for shredded chicken, and y'all, the easiest way to shred chicken is to put it all in a bowl, like cooked chicken breast in a bowl, and use your hand mixer with like your normal attachments to shred it. It's amazing. It gets perfectly like shredded fine pieces, and there will be some where you may have to go in and use your hands to break it apart, but I didn't have to do that today at all with the crock pot. So that was like amazing. It literally takes like less than 30 seconds to shred chicken with the hand mixer. So much better than standing over hot chicken, burning your hands. So I highly recommend using the hand mixer. It's life-changing. So I'm going to start out. I've got all my ingredients. I've got my gallon freezer bags, and I'm going to use a bowl as kind of like a way to prop up all of my ingredients so I don't have to fight the bag. Let's see, let's start with chicken enchilada soup. Now this is one of my favorites to cook. You can also do like chicken taco soup, but I like the enchilada version better. So I'm gonna start by adding in some chicken. This is all my chicken. This bowl's full of chicken. This is insane. I've got to use all this. I have only planned for 5 soups, but I have a feeling I'm gonna be making more. Okay, so there's some chicken. Now, I'm not trying to make like a ton of soup in each because we're not good, like we only eat 2 meals from it, but okay. Chicken, I'm gonna do like half a can of enchilada sauce. My cork just spilled. Man, making a mess already. I'm gonna add in some frozen corn. You can also use canned corn. And then like half a can of black beans. And of course, my favorite, the onion. I have like 3 chopped onions here. Y'all, I love onion. I could eat onion raw. It gets on Drew's nerves. It's so funny. I'm gonna add about what I think is half an onion. I'm gonna wait to add like garlic, salt, and pepper. Sorry, my corn spilled. To these because I just don't want to spend the time doing that. So as you can see, all my ingredients are in there. And then I'm just gonna add a carton of this chicken broth. So then we're gonna seal it up really tight. Make sure that it's like really sealed. And you've got your there's 1 bag. I am gonna try to freeze these flat. So we'll see how that goes. Oh wait, I meant to add some tomato sauce. Hang on. Go back. I'm gonna add like half a can of tomato sauce. You can also add taco seasoning to this while it's cooking, and that's really good too. And it brings out the enchilada flavors even more. We're gonna move on to the second soup, which is, oh, this is my favorite. Drew and I will make this, and Drew and I will eat it all week. So it's chicken and rice soup. Doesn't sound super fancy, but it is. So I've got my chicken in here. And then I'm going to add just carrots. I just did 2 carrots, chopped them up. And onion. Again, about half an onion, maybe a little less. Okay, and then your carton of chicken broth. So it's chicken and rice soup. And the seasonings, I'll show you. I'm going to add some of the seasoning in here so it's kind of all together in there already. But it's called Cavender seasoning. And that plus using wild rice in this. Now I cook my rice separately and pour the soup over top. And that's how we like to do it. You add some butter, some lemon juice to it. Oh, it's so good. Anyway, so there's my chicken broth, and then I'm going to add my seasoning. So it's called Cavender's. It's an all-purpose Greek seasoning, and this is the original, but this is amazing. This soup is just amazing. So that's really all this is. It's just chicken, carrots, onions, chicken broth, Cavender's. You can add some butter and some lemon juice to it when it gets done cooking. Sprinkle some Parmesan in it, and it's life-changing, especially with wild rice, like a wild rice blend. But it's good with regular rice, like white rice too. It's good with any rice. Next is, okay, y'all, apparently I just like soups. I don't know. What we're going to do is cilantro lime soup. This is kind of like a Mexican-inspired soup. I love lime, I love cilantro, and I love spice. So that's the soup in a nutshell. So chicken, corn, cilantro. If you don't like cilantro, you can totally make this without the cilantro. I just love cilantro. I'm gonna add some jalapenos, and then I'm going to add some onion and a lime, juice of a lime. And again, carton of chicken broth. So this one looks so good. Drew, I can't wait to have soup. Soup number 3, on to soup number 4 that we're doing. Oh, chicken stew. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna get in trouble for saying this, but my dad's mama, my grandma, my granny, one of my grannies, she makes the best chicken stew I've ever tasted. And I can put the same things in it that she does, but you know, grandmas make it best. So I've got chicken. This time I'm going to use mixed frozen vegetables because I like green beans in my chicken stew too. And I'm going to throw in some diced canned tomatoes, and then I'm going to add in some potatoes. Onion. My mom said to make sure I get lots of onion in there. So now I'm going to add, I'm just going to use this, whoa, chicken broth. Okay, so there, ooh. Okay folks, last soup, and hopefully I can avoid a mess. And this is just chicken noodle soup, except I'm gonna add mixed vegetables to it. So, chicken, mixed veggies, onion, lots of onion, and chicken broth. So that's about how much I'm doing for 2 people. It may do us like 3 meals. I don't know. It depends on how hungry we are. Okay. And I've got some extra ingredients, so I'm just going to make up some more bags. But those are the 5 basic recipes. Okay, so now I get to throw all these soups in my freezer and hope that they fit and hope that the bags don't explode on me. I think I've got a couple leaky ones, but you know, they're going in the freezer, so everything's going to solidify hopefully. I think there's some jalapeno juice in there. Anyway, and I'm gonna let these freeze up and I'll show you what they look like when they get done. Okay, and there they are, all frozen together in my freezer. Ignore how unorganized it is, but I just stacked them all in there. It took about 48 hours for them to completely freeze, but they did freeze up very nicely. So not too much time and effort went into making those. So we have cooked one of them so far, and it actually turned out pretty well. We did the chicken lime cilantro one, and all I did was I ran some hot water over one of the bags that I had sitting in a bowl so it would thaw, and then once I was able to break it up a little, I just put it into my pot, and it was ready in 20-25 minutes. So it doesn't take long at all. 30 minutes of work and 9 meals in the freezer because I forgot about my chicken. It's pretty good. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye. Okay, so we have cooked one of them so far. Whoa. So we have cooked one of them so far, and it actually turned out pretty well. We did the chicken lime cilantro one, and all I did was I ran some hot water over one of the bags that I had sitting in a bowl so it would thaw, and then once I was able to break it up a little, I just put it into my pot, and it was ready in 20-25 minutes. So it doesn't take long at all. 30 minutes of work and 9 meals in the freezer because I forgot about my chicken. It's pretty good. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more like it, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and I hope y'all are having a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.